Are you a RuPaul's Drag Race fan? Then make sure you are subscribed to the Reality Rundown's official Drag Race podcast, The Tuck. Every week, our hosts recap the latest episodes of Drag Race, from the drama in the workroom to the fashions on the runway. We discuss it all, honey. So make sure to subscribe to our podcast everywhere you listen to your podcast so you don't miss an episode. Get into it, sisters.
How you doing, mis amores? This is Cynthia Lee Fontaine, all the way from RuPaul Drag Race, The Crazy Cuckoo, and you are watching the Reality Rundown.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of The Tug, your weekly queer podcast. This is just a queer podcast. This is a queer space.
Queers only, sorry.
I'm here with my amazing co-host. Hi, Raymond.
Hey, booze. How are y'all? I'm saying y'all, and it's just you.
Right. I'm like, is there a panel I'm not aware of? No, so today's Monday, and it's been the craziest Monday, like, in a while. I usually like Mondays because they're very unproblematic, in my opinion, aside from the fact that you go back to work. But I feel like that's the most basic shit you could do. So, like, Mondays to me are basic.
Yeah.
But today, it was just out of control. Let's start with the fact that Jen Shah is going to jail for like 30 years.
No, which is crazy because this past weekend when we're talking about it, and we were saying, like, we were just talking about Housewives.
Yeah.
You had mentioned how Jen Shah, and she's like, no, she's saying she's not guilty, and like they're filming it and whatever.
Yeah.
And then today that came out, that was crazy. And I'm not the biggest like Housewives fan like you are, but I still like tap in here and there thanks to the Reality Rundown.
And that's a period. We just have 15,000 followers on Instagram, so make sure you guys go follow the Reality Rundown on Instagram. 15,000, baby, on the road to 20. But yes.
But no, yeah, I saw that breaking story. That was insane. That was so insane to me. And it was funny because there's like all these videos coming out about her like, I'm guilty and I'm gonna be a voice to all these people.
I'm innocent. No, literally, she's literally like crying about her innocence, like at the reunions and shit, and then like literally
they take plea deals.
She's literally in New York right now. A week before her trial was supposed to be next week, and a week before her trial, she folded. That's crazy. Anyways, also like my personal life, like out of control. Tell me why. Listen to this, everybody. Listen to this, everybody. Tell me why I am over here minding my business, and laying in my bed, working from home, doing what the girls, the modern girls do, like working from home, from your bed. Tell me why I'm just chilling, minding absolutely my business, and someone hits me up talking about, stop talking to my man. If you hit up my man one more time, I might get you fucked up. I said, huh?
First thing to mind is like, wait, which one is it this time?
Right, I'm like, hold on. You need to specify because, girl, the girl's been around. So you just need to specify because
She's been messy.
I don't be keeping track out here. Like, if you're not my man, I forget about you. So,
especially after a weekend in New York, like you don't know what could be happening. You don't know.
Literally, I'm like, did I kiss someone at Pride or last weekend when I was out too? Like, hold on, what is happening right here? So, yeah, so they were starting to me talking about, I know where you live, I know where you work at, and I'm like, first of all, hold on. One thing, I don't give a fuck about me, but do not talk about my job. Do not talk about my husband, okay? So I had to pull the guns real quick. I was like, my entire family's in the law. It's in the law enforcement department. Like, you do not want your life ruined, baby boy. So pipe the fuck down. And he piped down. And he piped down. And he piped down. So this Monday,
no, he got piped down.
This Monday has been Mondaying, but with that said, I
just find it so funny how people's initial reaction to their man doing some like weird
nefarious activity,
right? It's to go to the person that they're cheating on you with. Like,
Right.
let me not go to the source. Let me go to the messenger or like the
Right.
like. What? How does this even?
And let me just let the record show that I'm not a homewrecker in that instance. In that instance, I was not a homewrecker. This guy was telling me that he wasn't with him. So what? Like
and hit you up this past weekend.
I believe people. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not out here thinking everybody's evil. So if you tell me you're not with your man, then you're not with your man. Like
Right.
plus I don't even know your man, so it's not like I could go confirm it with them. You know?
Right. Literally.
Weird.
Can be messed up. Weird and just like not even that worth it.
Ratchet.
First of
Like it's just like, ooh, child, the
No
ghetto.
love story. It was him saying, "I know where you live," which is like,
excuse me. Calm that shit down.
I would have been like, "Well, then prove it." And if
No,
I would have been,
don't
and
be
if he
pulling up on me.
pulled up, I would have like called the cops. Like, there is a weird, like a strange
Right.
crackhead outside my door.
Someone is trying to like break into my house. And you know you can't be calling the
Legit.
police
And he
like
looked
that. So
homeless.
it's like, right. Like first of all, let's not even give him our life. That's it. Like that's enough. Because at some point I'ma get embarrassed. We are here. Oh my god!
Oh my God,
You be giggling. We are here today to discuss and talk about RuPaul's Drag Race episode 9, Dance Like a Drag Queen.
Right, like let's get to the meat and potatoes.
Right. So a little synopsis about this episode. The queens tried to break the internet by creating an original dance video challenge. On the runway, category is What Lies Beneath. And Ben Platt is the guest judge. So first of all, last week, Raja won, which was amazing because he was her second star.
Right.
And like she needed that.
Yes.
And
her and the Viv one.
Her and the Viv. And she ended up winning the lip sync because I'm sorry, she was giving in that lip sync. Like the Viv, like she was doing too much, and Raja
she was like, "Oh, this is my shit."
Right. So that was amazing. And then Raja blocked Jada, which was stupid. Like you should have blocked Shay, you should have blocked Monet, you should have blocked. I mean, you honestly could have blocked
not even Shay because
Jinx again. Yeah, not even Shay because Loki, like,
what's going on?
At this point, it's like I saw a tweet that said like I think Shade is being like overlooked, and Loki, like, she be doing good, and every time the judges deliver, she's always one of the top, but they never pick her. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what is going on with Shay?
They're playing with her in her face.
Right. She blocks Jada, and that's pretty much it. So the next week, the RuPaul walks into the workroom and tells the girl that this week's maxi challenge is them having to create basically like a TikTok dance, and on brand, make it cute, da 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 da, and like just be creative. I thought this challenge was stupid. I'm sorry. I thought it was stupid. Like, what the fuck is this? We making a TikTok? Like, this is the
You know what I
challenge?
think they did? Why I think they did it was because season 15, they're having those twins on there's these twins who are viral on TikTok, but they're drag queens as well, and they're bringing them on to season 15. So I feel like he did that as means of like prefacing like the future of the show, where it's like, well, now everything's about going viral. Now they're gonna start getting queens who are just viral, because there's a lot of uproar too about bringing those queens on for season 15, because they're like, do they even lip sync? Do they even like no drag? They're fairly new. They're just like aesthetic queens. So I think he did this purposely to be like intro just the new era of what drag is getting into, and it's like, bitch, you gotta be a viral sensation at this point. But I was interested to see like what they would come up with, because I always, me too, I swear like I can do every challenge in the world on Drag Race. So I was trying to put myself in that position and think of like, what the fuck would I even do? So I was curious.
I mean,
to see
yeah,
how
like
they could be creative and like come up with it, but I would be pissed though. I would be so angry.
I think, yeah, like it shows really creativity. If your dance comes out like actually a cool dance, I think that just in general, like if I'm at All-Star 7 and the challenge is creating a TikTok, like I'll be pissed. Like, what the fuck is this? Like All-Star 7, like I feel like leave that for regular Drag Race with the current girls, like, with the actual TikTok girls,
That's true. Right.
But yeah, so anyways, the girls do their little TikToks, and like we said, category is on the runway, What Lies Beneath, which I love this because I love a reveal. Like, I love reveals
I love it. I live for it.
on the runway during a lip sync, when you walk into the workroom for the first time. Like, give us a reveal. If I was a drag queen, I would be known
Right.
for like being the reveal queen. Like that would be my thing. Like, I'm always just snatching wigs left and right and one and again and again. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that would be me. Are you like occupied? No, I'm asking you.
My shit deleted. Hold on.
Are you
What the hell's going on
occupied?
with this shit?
Oh my god, you need to get a new
No,
computer.
because this shit is just like keeps like it keeps like blocking me out of this. So I'm trying to keep it cool, but I'm like, this shit is actually like not okay. Trying so hard. I'm trying so hard to
I
keep
had
it cool, but
like
I'm
I
like,
was looking
this
and I'm
shit is
like,
actually not
he's
okay.
like just saying, yeah, 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 yeah. And like you're not even looking at my face.
No, like yeah, I'm trying to click shit. Oh my god, my computer had like a mental breakdown just now. That was
Are you
ridiculous.
back? Like, what is-
I feel like, yeah, I think I'm good now. I think I'm okay now.
So like, okay. Again, the
Hold on, John.
oh my god, this is a weekly thing on this podcast.
Oh my god.
Don't be walking too much around the cables before that shit reboots again.
No, like,
Oh Lord, oh Lord.
okay.
So while lies beneath,
But yeah, it's just this happened too, because not my shit when I act correct. I would definitely, like, I feel like when you have the opportunity to give a reveal, you do it. Hair, wig, wristlet, you throwing up, like, do something, gag the people. So that's why I like this whole thing of like what lies beneath, because I feel like, again, it was all revealed, but you could have really been like, you could have told a story, which I think some girls did really good with, and some girls didn't. But we'll get into that later. But I think it could have been a lot. You could have done so well. So I was very, 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 very excited for this runway, and I
right,
think
right.
a lot of the queens delivered.
I think a lot of the queens delivered as well. So let's get started with the looks. How do you first one on the runway was Shea Coulee. And she was wearing this blue gown that ripped into having her ass out, and you know, I thought she looked hot.
I thought she looked good, but I don't think it was that gag worthy. You know, it
Mhm.
kind of just it wasn't. I don't know. I don't. It just wasn't gaggy. Like I don't know. It didn't fit the criteria for me. Like I get the whole thing
Oh
of
wow.
like you took it off and you revealed that dress, but it was like I can see it all at once. So it wasn't like it didn't gag me. But I think she
Right.
looked really good. I liked what she did with her makeup too. It was very different. It wasn't like the usual Shea Coulee look. So I like when that she did that to herself.
Mhm.
But yeah, I wasn't like crazy over it. It was okay. I booted it on the blogs. So
Oh my god, for real?
yeah, I kind of booted it.
That's actually like very interesting.
I don't know, I just didn't like it. But then her music video, though, see, I thought she did so good. Her viral dance was so good because, hello, she's a choreographer and she dances. People know this. Like, when it comes to
Right,
dancing, Shea Coulee delivers. So
right.
I was disappointed because I was like, she could have really won this week if her runway look was up to par, and it just wasn't. And I think that's what was her downfall. She had really good, really, really good video, but she didn't do it for me
Right, right, right.
on
Oh
the
my
runway.
god, damn. Like, is it so hard to find these damn looks? Okay, I got them. Um I thought that I thought it was cute. I thought her makeup was good. I really liked the coat that she was wearing at the beginning. It was like a fur coat with white, like a blue with white feathers. I thought it looked cute. I really liked her makeup. I really liked her hair, but I thought it was very Shay. Also, the organza, I guess you can call it, that meshy thing that she had that she, later took off. That shit was cute as hell. Um, but I don't know. I felt like her TikTok video was entertaining,
It
and
was so
I
good.
feel like she looked really good on the runway. So why not put her at the top? I don't know. That's
I don't
just
know. I
me.
just feel like I think it was again. I think she just didn't do that good on the runway. It just wasn't as gag worthy as some of the other girls. I think she was definitely in the top, but like when it comes to these wins, it's a combination of the two. I don't think she delivered for me
Right.
on the runway at least.
Well, so then we had Jada Essence Hall, and she walks in with this four-part reveal. And
She fucking oh my god.
first, she it's like this, like ice cold, like, you
Like
know, with a
Eskimo.
hoodie, Eskimo type of situation. And then from there, she goes, basically what she's portraying is every
The Four
season,
Seasons.
the 4 seasons of the year. So she goes from winter to spring and summer, or I don't know, and
Yeah, it was summer and then fall.
then summer, then fall. I thought that the reveals were cute because I like the silhouette of every dress. And I like the fact that it was one dress. Like everything was on her. Like she didn't throw things to the side. Like it was dope how she would take off the sleeves and it will create the skirt for the next dress. However, not every dress in this combination was cute. Out of the four, I didn't like the Eskimo look. I thought it was like kind of cheap looking. Then the next look, which was the spring look, it was cute, but it was very like Cinderella, like, you know, Snow White, like in a way, like too
I think that that was a
costumey.
nod to is it Song in the Wind? That movie, Song in the Wind, where she's a nanny and she like sings. I don't know. That I'm pretty sure that's the, like what she does because like
Like
in
Mary
a big part of the
Poppins.
movie she's in it. No, she's it's Song of the
With that
Wind. Let
girl
me
that's blonde, that she like that she's
get a
blonde.
bob.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. They
Yeah,
don't That's not what she was wearing, girl. She was
I
wearing like a
think
maid outfit. She
so.
was wearing like a maid outfit. Same silhouette, but like a maid outfit, not all those ruffles and shit.
Wait,
Like,
Song of the Wind. That song.
um,
Whatever. Point is, I thought it was cute. I like that one. I thought it was a nod to that. And then the summer one I think was pretty
I thought
cute.
it
Like
was fashion.
yeah, it was very fashion. It didn't read to me summer. It was more like
Right,
jungle. I understand.
right,
I think the colors kind of spoke like more warmth
right.
into it. And then the fall one was just like, like
Iconic.
oh my god, what the
The
fuck?
fall
That
one
was
was everything. The fall one, I think
gorgeous.
that was my favorite one from all of them. Yeah. So in the same theme, then we have the Vivian coming out
Wait, no,
with.
but I want to talk about her viral video.
Oh, go ahead.
I think she flopped. She did so bad. I don't know
Yeah,
what the
me too.
heck she. It was
That's
awkward
why
to
I skipped
watch.
it. I'm like,
It was awkward to watch. If it just as a viewer, it was very much like, girl, you have no idea what's going on. But
right.
we tried, and then she tried. It was just so weird. And I just again, I don't blame her because again, I think it was a really weird challenge, and you had to be
Mhm.
super creative and even care about viral shit. So that's why I think she lacked. But she's one of like like the newer queens. I don't know. I think she did great on the runway, but she fumbled the challenge.
It wasn't great. It wasn't great at all. And
Oh,
I
she's
was expecting better from her because, like,
same.
you have rhythm, you know, like
Mhm.
use it. This was not
It's
the
so bad.
challenge to have two left feet.
Right. She I don't know what the fuck that was, but you were gonna get into the Vivians and
Yeah. So the Vivian comes out in a similar theme, I guess, when it comes to like the seasons, and she comes out with this basically over like a cloak type of situation, Red Riding Hood, but very fall theme with fall leaves attached to it. And then she takes that off and it turns into Elsa from Frozen. Like, I'm sorry. Let's call a spade a spade. It was an Elsa costume.
it just wasn't I didn't like it. I didn't like the last look. I didn't like it any of it. I didn't like it. I don't know. The cloak was just like you put that together just I guess to have a layer and then the dress reveal and the other reveal after taking off the dress, like it was just,
Yeah.
I don't know. It wasn't as drastic or dramatic. I wasn't really a fan of it at all. Like I don't know. She looks pretty in the face, but I just didn't I don't know. I just didn't like the look. It didn't really
I
do
was not a
anything
fan
for
of
me.
how her pants looked.
Yeah, I just
Um,
didn't like that. I don't know. I just wasn't a fan. And
yes,
her viral video was weird. I was really expecting her to do like be funny, but it was just weird. I don't know.
it was def a chop for me.
She was like sitting and then trying to get up. It was just weird. I don't know. It was so weird. It was so
It was
weird.
a chop. It was definitely a chop.
Yeah, I don't want to get into
Um,
that.
then we have the legendary Raja, and I'm conflicted with Raja in this runway because the first situation that she's wearing is a lot going on. It's really a lot. The second reveal is still a lot, but it's less. So like I like it more. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And I feel like every reveal was her taking something else that like the last one looked cute. It was kind of like a floral, like like super villain or whatever you could call it. Like I like the little jumpsuit situation and like the gray hair, but it was a lot of like weird shit going on. I don't know. What do you think about her looks?
I loved it. I thought she looked. I thought it was really cute, and so the first one. I can see like it's like a huge cloak on her, and it just I don't know. I just kind of like how it looked. I just liked all the colors. For me, it was well constructed cloak, and then she revealed into this nice dress that was very much like flamenco. So I was like, I understood why she had that flamingo on her head. And that just looked like it just looked really good. I thought it was pretty. The colors meshed very well. It fit her nice. And then she revealed into this Venus flytrap bodysuit that I thought she looked so good in. I don't know. I liked all the colors. And then when she like um explained it too, she said it was like a psychedelic trip or like a hallucinogenic resort wear type of deal. I don't know. I liked it. I don't think that it told a constructive story like Jada's did, like she did the Four Seasons. I think Raja did more of just like, I like these colors and I'm gonna just give you these looks and it'll look aesthetically pleasing because all of the colors are the same and stuff. But I
Hmm.
don't understand the story from going to like a flamenco dress and then to like a Venus the flytrap thing. I think it just happened to be something that she had. So I don't think it was a well thought out concept, but I liked the pieces. I like the pieces. I just don't think that
Right.
it was a cohesive enough like thought behind it. And then her again, Raja like doesn't like dance. Like we know like she's not the best most coordinated. She is like just not
It went
dancing.
with the song though. Like what she was doing, like I like the song that they used because it went with it, but that shit was not giving a damn
She was not
thing.
giving at all. And I was like, I just and then I knew it too. I was like, yeah, this girl, she's trying so hard, but she doesn't give a fuck about any of this fucking bullshit. So it was a little bit weird for me watching that again. The same with um when it came to Homegirl who what's her name? What's her name? Jada watching her. It's like them both like it made me uncomfortable watching theirs. So
Right.
I knew that Racha wasn't gonna get this. So
Very weird. Very weird from Raja. Please don't do that ever again. Just try to be funny next time, okay? And talking about weird, Evie Oddly comes out next. And I am sorry. I am so sorry. This is like, what the fuck is going on this runway with Evie? Like, girl, we get it. Like, you want to be a cockroach or something? Like, you're always coming out looking like an like an what? How you say
insect.
an insect? Like,
Yeah, I mean, to each their own. Whatever. If that's her thing, right? She wants to be out of the box and Evie Ali, that's your brand. Cool.
but
But I
it's
think
always like
the
bugs. Like,
execution, I think it's just the execution for me that it's very poor. So I'll give her flowers that her face makeup this season has been really good. She is painting her face very, very well. She has been. I love how she's
the
been able
fact
to
that that's the kudos.
well, I mean, like, some bitches can't really like change it up, and I think she does a good job. And this look too, I think her face looks really good. But baby girl, like really feel bad for Evie, like as the season goes on, because it's just like I don't think she was prepared well enough for that to compete against these queens who are like really huge hard hitters. And I think they added Evie on the cast to be more of like the eccentric one and like the, to be Evie Oddly. Like Evie Oddly is herself, but I think she was better off staying as she was because I think being on All Stars kind of took away from her like status a little bit. Because
Yeah,
even though she has 2 stars, like and she got 2 stars in one episode, it was like one was kind of like a throwaway, and then the other one, yes, you deserved it, but technically you would only be with one. And then
right.
additionally, you're doing these looks like she was supposed to be like a moth out of a cocoon, but it was not giving like the thing that she started off in. I will say her headpiece was cool though, that she could move it and it was like animatronic or whatever it was. I thought that was cool. But then she did into this like I don't know if it was supposed to be slime, but the slime fell off of her arm, so it didn't even last long. And then she opened up that she was just in one whole like one piece cat suit thing. Like I don't know,
Right.
it just was not it. So I don't know. I'm really like Evie. I'm sorry, girl. Like you are struggling on these runways, like
She is struggling. She's struggling in the entire
hardcore.
competition.
She said,
Um,
but this dance that she did, I thought was really good. I thought she was gonna. I thought that she was actually going to potentially be in the top two because I thought that her dance was something that would be viral somewhere. Two was true to who she is, and then three went very well with the song choice as well. So I thought that her viral video was actually like viral, like it was entertaining to watch. I really liked it.
That makes one person on this
I
podcast.
thought she did really good. Like
Mm-mm.
it was really good to me.
I don't know. To me, it was just like, oh, here she goes again. Like, oh, like I don't know. And I just feel like I know you always say like, well, if what's her name? If Jinx Monsoon can be herself all the time and be accepted, why can't Evie? But at the end of the day, like Jinx gets it. And talking about Jinx, let's just get into it. Then
Oh
walks
my
out
god.
the mother of the show. Yes, I am a Jinx Monsoon stan, if you don't know by now. It is what it is. I don't care. I know I'm supposed to be unbiased, but Jinx is my girl, and she is that girl.
Mm.
That said, here comes Jinx and comes out in a very fashion, artsy, like
She
what
gave. She
women's
gave on this
no,
runway. Like she gave, and I'll give it to her.
she
She
gave
fucking devoured this, and I was shook watching it all unfold.
the second dress, which
Like
was a
how she went from that first dress to the second dress to the third dress and to then to the
Mhm,
last one, like,
mhm.
and all the pieces staying on her. I like what the fuck?
I fucking loved it. And how long the second dress
Oh my
was.
god!
You
Oh my
know,
god!
it was so flowy, it was beautiful. Then she goes into this short little maid dress that has her face
Oh my
on the
god!
skirt. And then she gives us another gown.
Oh my god!
Like, excuse me?
That
I
was
love the silhouette of every dress. I loved what was going on, and she fucking ate. She ate this up. Jinx Monsoon turns into a whole person when not saying that she's not a person before, but she turns into this like whole like superhuman when she goes on the runway. And I
she's
love to see
literally
it.
insane.
I love to
She's
see it.
literally insane. She ate that runway up, and then her like this is why like I wish that RuPaul's Drag Race started having like live audiences at their um at their like
Other
filming
uh-huh.
because I wanted to be in that crowd last episode going off on Raja like what the fuck are you doing not blocking Jinx when you know that Jinx is the one to compete with because Jinx literally eats everything up like she's going crazy.
Literally.
This fucking video that she came up with, this viral
Literally.
video, like the concept behind it, like she had a whole story and she took control. Like, oh my
It was
fucking
insane.
god. Oh
Eight,
my
eight, like
god.
tens across the board. Tens across the board this week. Tens across the board.
I
And
can't.
even on the weeks that she's blocked, or even on the weeks that let's say it's not a challenge that is her forte, she's always on top. She always delivers. I was really surprised that she did not win in the Santa school for like bad girls or
I
whatever
thought she was gonna win too because
because
she had a small part, but she was really
she had a
giving.
small part, but she gave with that
She
small
did
part,
good.
and
She
other
really
girls
did.
will not be able to like create what she had created. And again, this week, this runway was amazing, and her video was different, but so good. Chance
In
across
her
the board.
runway, so I knew that she was in a place high.
Chance across the board. Another person that really surprised me, and I really like actually loved what how she looked was Monet Exchange.
I'm telling you,
Like
Monet has been really
Monet has
shaking
been
me.
killing this competition
She
too.
has really like, oh wow, like you actually,
And
oh
on the
my
runway, my problem with Monet before was that on the runway she looked cheap,
yeah.
you know? And even on All Stars 4, right? Even on All Stars 4, that was my biggest thing, which is why I always say, because I would never listen, I'm not gonna go back on it. I own it. I always say that Monet did not win that season like on her own because she always looked cheap.
Right.
So this though, All Star 7, Monet got the coin and it shows. It shows. So I
A
really love
hundred
the way she
percent.
looked. The fact that she came out as Harriet Tubman first, and then she went into this like Black Panther look. Um,
Looks so good in that Black Panther look. Like
so good,
insanely hot.
so good.
And then that final one, and then the way that she like took the lock off.
The
That was so
silhouette
good.
was amazing, and the
And
message
the
was
fact
there.
that that was under there, because she had a skirt, so you didn't see
Yeah,
any of that, and then it came down, and it still was that skin tight on her,
yeah.
and so that was amazing. Oh my god, she did
No,
really good.
it was truly really 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 good, and I really loved. Um,
Then her
and
viral video,
her viral video was amazing.
so good.
I've already seen actual people doing it.
Oh my god, no
Yes.
way.
I've been on TikTok and on Instagram like Reels, and I've seen people redoing Monet's and
Oh my
tagging her.
god, that's amazing. No, I love it too because I'm like, when you're in the workroom and RuPaul tells you like, yeah, I'm not feeling that. I think you should do this. That is code word for pack it up, baby.
Pack it up.
Take this shit by the fucking horns and make it your own. And she did that. She said, "Oh, he said I should do this.
And
Okay,
sometimes, like on Drag Race, the judges are so clear sometimes with their advice that if you are, if you are Angeria on season 14 finale when they were recording Catwalk and um Michelle Visage told her to like get on the floor, give me more, and she literally didn't. So then Diabetes did it after her because Diabetes was listening to like you have to listen. You
right,
have to listen. It's not like I get it. There's 3,000 cameras in front of you. You're recording a reality show at the same time, and you're trying to think about like how to be funny, like how to make you RuPaul like you. It's a lot for the competitor, but you have to listen
right,
because sometimes the advice and the tips are so clear that it's like if you actually follow it, it could be like Monet and give you the win. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So it was really smart
I
for her
agree,
to
and I think
listen to
that was
RuPaul.
amazing because it was so good. And then the shit that she had going on before, so I was like, girl, what the fuck are you even like trying to convey here? Thank God she went with that. That was a
Right.
very well done job.
After her, we have oh my god, I love her so much. And
I'm like,
she is truly one of the strongest competitors that has ever crossed
who ever
Drag
graced
Race.
the stage?
To ever like if I ever have to go into a Drag Race battle and I have to pick three Pokemons, Trinity the Tuck is my first Pokemon. Like, oh my god.
Yes, she is my
Trinity the
starter, and
Trinity the
she'll
Tuck
devour.
walks out in this gown, floral gown, pink, looking amazing, looking regal, looking expensive, looking like fashion. And the makeup is there, the hair is there, everything just looks great. Then she takes off her skirt, which is a huge skirt. And then after she takes off the skirt, she takes off the little waist situation and it goes into like this bikini situation. And the body is giving Body by Trinity. And everything is just giving. Tens across the board. This runway was
I will
absolutely
say that I
amazing.
feel like it was more of like a two, like the initial, right? The look, beautiful, right? But then the what lies beneath, I think she only took off like her little hip petals, and then she took off the whole skirt, and that was like I guess her three looks. But I didn't wasn't that wild by the second look. There's more of a differentiation between the first and the second. I mean the first and the last.
Mhm.
But no, nonetheless, I thought she looked really good. She has been consistent on the runway. I don't think any other queen can compete with what she's been providing on the runway consistently.
She has
She
the
has
best wardrobe
definitely
of the season.
100%. Because even in the design challenges, I think she blows everyone out of the water. Even Raja herself, who's like a seamstress and like is the queen of whatever. Trinity the Tuck. Holy fuck.
Holy fuck. She is truly the
Holy shit.
I will go on the record and say Trinity the Tuck is RuPaul's Drag Race best seamstress and
She's one of the best queens.
best wardrobe in general.
She's
Like
always. I'm gonna like watch all her seasons again because she's amazing.
I'm actually gonna start threading the girls' like weekly fashions on our Twitter page. So make sure you guys go follow us on Twitter at the Talk Podcast and on Instagram at the Talk Podcast. Because I'm gonna start like making a thread of all of their looks and just updating it weekly because Trinity deserves that and more.
She's insane.
How do you like her? How do you like her video?
I'm trying to remember like what did she do?
I don't remember either.
I don't remember what she did, quite honestly. Cause she had, I remember the shoes specifically because I was looking at the shoes and I was like, oh wow, girl, like those shoes look really good. They had like a chain on them.
Oh wow, girl, those shoes look.
Oh, it was a duct tape, like a tucking thing.
Oh, true, 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 true,
She
true,
did
true,
the
true, true, true,
realness.
true, true,
Yeah,
true,
she
true.
was like doing a tuck and she was
The
trying to do a
red.
tuck.
Yeah, I mean, it was cute. It was on
It was
brand, but it was
okay.
okay. It wasn't like I think out of all of them, Monet had the best one.
On brand, whatever.
I think Monet
Oh,
had the
her and Shay. Shay's was really fucking good.
Shay's was cute, but Monet's was doable. Like I could actually see, like I said, people have been doing Monet's on TikTok already. Like it's something that I could see the TikTok girls murdering. You know what I'm saying? So I think
And it was
the
also on
most
brand for her too. So I think that was on her end.
right. It was cute, and everybody's always on social media like blowing money and doing it. So it was cute.
Right,
It was
right.
cute.
Very smart.
And yeah, that was it. So then the top two of the week this week was Jinx Monsoon, of course, and Monet Exchange. And I'm actually really happy with the top two. Are
Yeah, I
you?
agree. I think those two were really good. They shined on both the runway and in the video, so I think it was well deserved.
So then for the lip sync for your legacy or the money, whatever it is at this point,
Right.
it's actually a spoken word of a famous movie scene or whatever. I'm not trying to say or whatever like it's not important. It's just like I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know.
Um,
It's a much TV show.
yeah. So which was iconic and Monet Exchange
No.
killed
Goodbye.
that shit.
Good
Like
fucking bye.
I'm sorry. That's what that mouth do. That's what that mouth do. Like
She
she killed that.
devoured.
She killed that. She killed that.
Devoured.
And Jing Monsoon didn't do bad, but she was in the story. Like Monet was in the character. Monet was like,
Monet felt that with her whole chest. Like someone
yes,
came up to her personally and said to her, like, bitch, oh no, I'm gonna get my sister right.
it was great. It was
It was
great.
amazing, and I feel like I hope that they do more of these spoken words things because there's so many, and I think that's good too because it's like okay, like all these fucking songs, like what the fuck, but there's different types of lip
Right.
syncing. So to get into this new era of like doing some spoken words, I think would be super, super, super fucking good and awesome because there's so many iconic moments within drag itself. And also just like out there, like it would be great. And she did amazing. She ate, and like, oh my god, that was insane how good and on point that was. And the way that she was flaring her nostrils and like you thought that she was speaking it, like she was actually saying it was her. So very good job, Monet. Very well deserved. And
Very
where
well
she won
deserved.
that money, and it was very, very well deserved. And then she fucking, and there's another moment where I'm just like, bitches, like, what's good with y'all? What is wrong with y'all? Like, and I'm surprised that Monet did that. She blocked Raja, but I think it was just because like everybody needs to have like their due diligence of getting blocked, whatever. But
No, that's bullshit. That's not no, because
yeah,
the whole thing is like Monet in the confessional, she was like, at the end of the day, I'm all about the money and I didn't come here to make friends. I came here to win. So you know who you should have blocked.
right,
You know who you should have blocked.
right.
So why didn't you?
I
They
think
should
she
have
should have
blocked the
blocked
Vivian.
Vivian. Yup,
She should have blocked the Vivian.
the Vivian
Period.
should have definitely been blocked. Her or Trinity, because them two
Period.
girls are like out of control. But I will say, like, given Raja does have 2 stars, and with the next challenge being the roast, Raja could very well be like up there because she won the roast on her season. Because Raja's a funny girl.
Well, Raja's a funny ass girl, so it's like now knowing that the next challenge is a rose, it's like I'm sad because she's black because
Right,
I know how good she is at comedy.
right.
So I mean, I guess the blocked worked, but what I'm saying is that
Still, like, I think she should have done the Jinx.
like
Because in the
she,
final two, Jinx versus Monet, like, there's a high possibility that Jinx might be, But if it's Monet versus Raja, okay, like, we don't know where that could go. Because, like, pick your poison, lesser. of two
right
evils. I think she should've-
fight. You don't have to
But
fight
even with
every
the
battle.
Vivian, but she's too cool with the Vivian. That's the thing. Like, her and the Vivian are too close.
But
Like,
she's
they
very
feel like they were-
clear about not making friends when it's doing it to someone else. But when it's doing it to one of
Yeah.
her friends, she always want to be like,
Right, because she
like,
wouldn't do
I
the
don't fuck
Trinity
with
either
that.
because they have a twinner thing going on. So
Yeah,
I
they have an
guess.
alliance, and that alliance is also bullshit. Like Trinity, when you really gave that shit to her, when you really gave that part to Monet instead of Jinx Monsoon in that play, like I was
It
really
was
pissed
for
at you
yourself.
because at the end of the day, you said let's audition, and when the girls audition, Jinx killed it. So don't ask me to audition
But-
if you're still gonna go with the person that
I
did it the
think that
worst.
Jinx used that. I mean, not Jinx. Trinity used that like as, oh well, I don't know. I liked how Monet did it, and it was because of our alliance, low key. I think she did it because she knew that Jinx would have eaten that roll up, and she didn't want Jinx to, especially after seeing how Jinx did that little ass piece. Oh, bye. I would have been like, yeah, no, I'm giving it to Monet. Sorry.
I guess, but don't be asking me to audition and then
I
not
know.
pick me after I do good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll be pissed because why ask me to audition in
That
the
was
first place?
so funny. That was so funny.
So Monet Exchange wins the power to block one of the other legendary queens. And you know, they do the little hoo ha ha hoo ha hoo ha.
Right.
Am I gonna block you? Am I gonna block you? Am I gonna block
Right.
you? Which I fucking find it annoying, and the producers are fucking cutting too much of that.
Right.
Like, keep it
Right.
cute. Like, she doesn't. I don't have to see her go through every queen. It's kind of
Right. Right.
annoying. And she ends up picking Raja.
But I thought she was gonna give it to the Vivian when she like went like
Me
this. And the Vivian
too.
was like, I was like, ah, and then she didn't. I was like, ah, bitch, are you stupid?
And I like how she said not yet.
Right.
I like how she said not yet. And I like that because if she then wins again and blocks the Vivian, it's not a surprise. I already told you, bitch.
Right.
So, right. So it's like, I don't know. I feel like the girls are on fire. Like, this
There's
roast
only
is
2 more
probably gonna,
episodes left.
like, is Shea Coulee done?
Well, okay, if she could potentially get up there because if she wins the next episode, she'll have 2, and all of the girls all have 2. There's only 2 girls who have 3, so it's Jinx and Jada who have 3. So if she wins next week, she'll have 2 stars. So she'll be up there, and
It's also a roast, and Jinx is not blocked. So, you know what I'm saying? Like,
well, the girls, there's because Trinity's like
there's funny girls. There's funny girls.
Raja does
But
whatever.
Jinx, but it's like,
Monet,
you
but
either
Jinx is like out of control.
Jinx is out of control when it comes to comedy, and you know it. But I also don't want to like even like get myself so hyped up because if I get myself so hyped up and then like I'm disappointed, I'm gonna be real pissed. But Jinx never
She's
disappoints
no,
when it
she's
comes
the
to comedy.
queen.
She
She's like
literally
Bam de la Creme, like them two,
no are
like
insane.
insane.
Which
So I already see.
we cannot wait to go to their show this
Oh
winter.
yes, yes, we're gonna go. We have to go. We're buying it for sure.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna go to Ben de la Creme's and Jinx Monsoon's Christmas
Because holy
tour
shit,
because those two queens are hilarious.
crazy. That's
And
what I'm saying. This roast, like for sure, Jinx is gonna soar. But I think the thing is that there's no one like I see people who can compete with her though in comedy. Like Trinity the Tuck, I
right.
for sure think like can hold her own in like a comedy thing because she's funny.
Me too. She's funny as
And
hell. Do you remember the fucking gay devil? Like,
yeah,
she's hilarious.
and then there's well the Vivian's funny too. I
The
forget the name
Vivian
of
is
the
funny
Vivian.
too, but I think that if she taps too much into the Donald Trumpness, because like I feel like sometimes she's so good at that she doesn't even know that she's in that space. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
it's like keep it the Viv. Don't go into that Donald Trump character because I feel like she's used it a lot already. Like
Right, yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
So
I think
who do you think are gonna be the like there's 8 queens in total. Who do you think are gonna be the top 4? We'll do for the next week's episode. And then next
so. The top. You
episode.
mean the top two?
Okay, yeah, yeah. You can do the top 2.
I think top two next week is gonna be James Monsoon, of course, and I think that Trinity the Tuck will probably be top two. And I think that surprisingly, I feel like we can have a like Monet exchange honorable mention, like because Monet can be funny too.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah. He does it on the regular, like
yeah, but I also feel like don't count Raja out. Raja is hilarious, and just because she can win a star doesn't mean she can take. That doesn't mean that she cannot win and also just take the spot of another. You know what I'm saying? So it could really be like Raja and Jinx. You know?
yeah, that's true. I think what they're gonna do is because I just feel like production. I think they're gonna push Shay in the top so that she gets a star to add that like layer of like, oh my god, who the fuck is gonna take it type of thing.
Right.
And then it'll also be Jinx to make Jinx the clear front runner and solidify her top 4 placement, but then also ensure that Shay gets another star so that she is still qualifiable. So then that next episode will be really like the make or break moment for some of the queens, well, for all the queens. Because if Shay gets a star and it's against Jinx, Jinx will have 4 stars, so she's definitely going to be in the top 4. Then Jada has 3 stars, so all the other queens will have 2. So that means that the next 2 girls to get that final star in that final top 2 spot in that final episode would then be the one. Like that's what I think they're gonna do, and that would be iconic. You know what you do?
No, literally.
That everyone has 2 stars, and the only people that you know for sure are gonna be in the top is Jinx.
And also, like, I cannot wait for that song, the finale song. I feel like I'm sorry, you have the legends with you. It better give. It better not be no country shit like
Oh no.
All-Star
You know, it'd be
6
nice if they put all the queens on it, on some shit, like
on
a
the
huge, like
finale.
on the finale song, like some
I
huge
think
like queen melody shit.
right. I mean, if none of them, I mean, if none of them go, I don't know. Well, at the end, it's not. They're lip syncing for the win, so it's not gonna be like who did better in the lip sync. So
Do you
they
think that
might
they're
be.
gonna do well, maybe the next episode will be the episode to solidify who the top four are gonna be then. Maybe next episode
No,
will
I
be
think it's gonna be. There's 2 episodes left before
the
the lip sync
finale.
for Your
Okay.
Laugh. So I think it's gonna be next episode of Rose. Then after the Rose, we're probably gonna have the final song, and then that would be the decision maker of who goes into the finale.
Oh my god, this is crazy.
I know this season has been so good. Also, I wanted to talk about the fact that something that Trinity the Tuck said and that I really like thought made sense. She went on Twitter and she was like, "What do you like? What do you guys think about this format of Drag Race where none of the queens
Oh
go
yeah.
home? And do you guys think that this is probably something better that regular Drag Race should get into because you kind of like give more exposure to all of the queens that come and you kind of give them like what their money's worth because some queens waste so much money getting ready for Drag Race and then go home first and never showcase anything. I mean, they do watch a pack and on the YouTube channel, but it's never like the actual show. So like, what do you think about that? Like, would you like actually enjoy regular Drag Race if it was this star system?
I think regular Drag Race, no. I think All Stars, yes. I think regular Drag Race, you need to have like because we just had an episode, we just had a fucking season where like
A lot of girls
a lot of us
stayed, and it
stayed, and
was
it was
like
like double this, and
annoying.
it was annoying. It was like okay,
And also, you have
no.
more girls. I cannot sit through 13 runways each week. I'm
Yes, I
sorry.
can't. So that's why I'm like regular Drag Race, no. Like maybe do some sort of I don't know. I don't know. I
No,
feel like
I agree with you. I think all stars should always be stars
right.
because it's all stars. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
think what they should look into doing is doing like halfway point. So like have once the queens go halfway through, like get prepare for only half of like the season, and then
mhm.
they make it to the halfway point. They have the ability to go back home for like 2 weeks and then prep and figure everything the fuck out, and then come back. So like that, queens aren't really wasting their money, and like you just have like and then production can figure out how they want to do that. I don't
Yeah,
know.
but that's a big ask on production, and they're not gonna do that. Like, just from a producer standpoint, like cutting the seasons in two so that queens can go back home. Like, no, I'm booking the hotel once. I'm getting one fee for the hotel. I'm not booking 2 fees that are gonna be at different prices depending on the time that. No, they're not gonna do all that shit. Like,
Listen, I feel bad for the queens that go home early and stuff, and like they prep all this shit to potentially
right.
not make it to the end, and that like really sucks. But
I
I
think
guess
if every All Stars
that's the
has
cost
8 to 9 girls, something like that, and I think that's great because honestly, one of the biggest things that I love this season is all the fashions
right.
because, and the way these girls brought fashion to All Star 7 should start a precedent for like all of the other All
I
Stars to
wonder what's gonna
come.
happen because there's so many things that are coming up. Like so Canada's Drag Race coming back. They just released the girls for that, so that's gonna start soon.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think no, it didn't start yet. But there's France currently going on that I haven't even like tapped into. I really want to. Then they have Canada versus the World that they finished
And All
filming
Stars 8
for.
cast
And
is
Stars
already.
House A is already out and circulating. So it's and then they've announced All Star no, not All Star, Drag Race Belgium, that a queen from, and then also they're still waiting to release oh my god, there's so many things going on. Like I don't even
So
know
much, so
what the
much.
fuck is happening. It's too much. It's too fucking much. They
It's
have
so much.
what was that?
Queen of the Universe season 3,
Queen of the Universe.
season 2 actually, not season 2. Yeah, they have a lot of shit. They have a lot of shit going on. They also have Vangie's 24 Hours of Love
Yes,
show.
I saw the first
Like,
episode. It was really good. I haven't watched it since. I think I'm gonna do that today.
I know some of the boys on it. Like some of the boys on there are like OnlyFans boys.
Ooh.
So I know, not that I know them personally, like I follow them. But let me make that clear. But yeah. So, anyways, that has been what is it? You do your thing.
Thank you all for tapping in, checking us out, girls. You know where to find us. This has been the Tuck, and as you know, this has been the T, and you decide the shade, baby. Okay.
See you next week. We love you.
Mwah.